As a salesperson, how would you close deals if you didn't have deadlines to sell off of or hype to sell your product? I'm Scott Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Orlando, Florida on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about business. We are talking about pure sales basic mastery, pure persuasion, pure influence. Really, what would you do as a salesperson if you didn't have deadlines and you didn't have hype? And I ride with a lot of salespeople, and all they have, their go-to move is like fake scarcity. If you don't buy now, you're going to lose out on this. But here's the thing, that at some point you realize as a salesperson deep down inside, there's always another deal. There's always another deal somewhere. And if all you got is discounts and price matching, I'm going to say the hurtful thing, you're not a salesperson, you're an order taker. So what do? Well, you've got to understand sales basic mastery. You've got to understand getting commitments. You've got to understand holding the buyer accountable. These are all things that you've got to learn how to do. And in the beginning, most salespeople, what they live off is the quick discount. Hey, we got a special going. You got to get the special. If you want the special, here's what's going to happen. It's going to end tomorrow. Well, moving forward, buyers are really savvy, and they always know that tomorrow is never going to come, that special that you're giving them today, if they really want it, they can go down the street and give it. So you have to develop the sales skills, the sales strategies, the sales tactics, all those things that you need to do to learn how to close a sale today and not live off the hype and not live off of discounting or price matching or whatever you do. This means the questions that you ask really do matter. And I'm going to tell you that a lot of times when I watch salespeople in the discovery phase, they treat the question asking, they got their tablet or whatever they got, and they're like, well, tell me about this, tell me about that. And there's no digging deep. There's no help me understand what's going on with that. Can you explain that situation a little bit more? Can you tell me more of what that means? They treat it like it's just like some event, like I just got to get this out of the way to get to the rest of the presentation. And they don't realize that the discovery phase is really meant to help them be a better salesperson. It's really meant to later on help them close the deal. Okay, so the next thing is in the presentation, if you don't have that information that you got in the discovery phase, you really don't know how to match up the features and benefits to the owner's situation. You can't talk about the other guy or the other girl. At some point they're going to go, stop talking about them, start talking about me. So for you, I really want you to think about this. If you didn't have discounts and you didn't have hype, what would you do to close a sale? Put a note in the box below. Like for real, put a note and think through this. And it's not meant to be easy. This like for some people, they'd be like, hey, this is advanced sales. But I'm going to tell you, this is sales basic mastery that nobody teaches. This is the conversation that nobody wants to have. If you didn't have hype and you didn't have discounts, how would you close deals? What would you use? So take some time, go through your sales process and look at all the spots where it's like, this is fake scarcity, this is fake hype, this is a fake discount. And if I couldn't do that, what would I do? Well, as salespeople are coming up, like at the 25, 35, 40% closing rate, they use tons of fake scarcity. They use tons of hype. But the people who are really closers and really good at closing deals that aren't the discount or aren't the price matcher, because some of those people do that, they're good at traditional sales. They're good at asking questions. They're good at holding the buyer accountable and knowing that there's always a deal tomorrow, right? So there was a package available here at this event and they wanted X amount of dollars for it. And they said, hey, this is only good at this event, but I was at this event last year and guess what? It was the same amount, right? So I'm trained as a buyer now to know that that's fake hype, that's fake scarcity. Good event. I like the guy who put it on. I like the training that he did. But if you're going to tell me it was the same amount last year that it is this year, and that the offer is only good till midnight tonight, chances are pretty good next year when I come back, because I'll come back to this event, chances are pretty good next year when I come back to this event, it'll be the same price and I could buy it then. It's just 365 days later I had to wait for it. Or I could pay full price for it, online and buy it from the product, from the company that puts this event on. Either way, I'm going to pay. So, it's not a big hurry for me. It's not like I have to do it now because I understand fake scarcity. And every time that a salesperson starts giving me fake hyped up prices, I'm like, look, man, I train salespeople. Just tell me what's going on. Tell me the real deal. And buyers are getting really savvy and they're starting to realize that realistically, I could go online and find anything that I want. Anything that I want, I can find online. And if it really came down to price, I could find it for cheaper somewhere else, right? Not this training, not this product is pretty unique to this company, but I got a video camera. If it came down to it, I could find somewhere cheaper to sell it. I've got an external microphone, somewhere cheaper to sell it. I've got a Samsung Galaxy S9. I could find somewhere cheaper to sell it, right? Fake hype, fake scarcity. If you really want to be a closer, you got to get past all that stuff and figure out the real deal for sales basic mastery and avoid all that sales sabotage. So you got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button and click on it. Every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultant sent out a video. You should check it out, which you absolutely should. We'll see you soon. Aloha.